I think there are differences. It's absolutely true that all our experiences influence our brain. I mean, at the very baseline, we have to store memories, or we lose memories, or whatever. But what I think neuroscientists have found is that that there are certain types of experiences that have particularly deep effects on our brain, and those, particularly ones that are highly repetitive, are intensive, and kind of involve a lot of stimuli and a lot of physical activity and mental activity. And it's precisely the kind of thing we do when we're sitting at our computers. I mean, we're constantly repeating physical actions, clicking or scrolling, or using the touch screen on our iPhone or iPad or whatever, and we're constantly getting signals and alerts and messages that we respond to in particular ways. So it's a very intensive way of training our minds in, I think, a particular way of thinking. And I think what's happening is we're reinforcing those mental functions, and even down to those mental circuits that make us good at skimming and scanning, and there's been certainly studies that show our visual acuity improves as we use particularly video games, but there's no encouragement and there's no reward for the more attentive modes of thought, for contemplation, for reflection, for introspection, for deep reading. And neuroscience also tells us that when we don't practice different ways of thinking, we begin to lose those, even down to the point that the circuits begin to weaken in our brain, if not eventually dissolve.